Amazing guy. Come on in, Mark.
I appreciate that.
Kind of an amazing guy. So you do self-defense. Come on now. I actually didn't tell you this part. This is your red mark. So you own your own self-defense studio. You do martial arts, and I had this whole intro worked up for you, but we're just gonna roll with it, right? So today we're going to talk a little bit about your self-defense fitness center in Cranston. And then you're going to do a demonstration for us. So
That's correct.
To start things off, because that was kind of a bumbly-fumbly intro that I just did for you. Yeah, not a smooth transition person here. Tell me just a little bit about your career in martial arts and self-defense. Tell me a little bit about how things got started and where you are today.
Well, like most things, Molly, in a guy's life, things happen over a girl. So I was 8 years old, and I made like what I thought was a witty comment to another kid because we liked the same girl, and he pushed me to the ground. So, and we're both good kids, those things happen. So that started my journey in the martial arts, and it's been about, like 25 years now that I've been training. So,
wow.
So at 16, I started teaching most of the classes at the school I was at, and then took it over. And so now we have like a great studio in Cranston, which is ages 5 to adults, and we have a lot of women, a lot of kids, and it's just a great atmosphere for everybody.
And it's so neat, just I've watched some of the videos on Facebook. You really focus on ages all through all. You have kids as young, super young, and then you have all ages really. Tell me a little bit about some of your training that have gone into focusing not only on the martial arts, but self-defense as well.
So I think the martial arts is multifaceted. For me, definitely the discipline I took from it allowed me to do things like, write some books. I went to PT school at URI and graduated in 2009. And it's a lot of that intrinsic, goal setting and making yourself better. And within the martial arts, because we're focused really on self-defense, there have been cases where my students or even myself have to use just little quick moves to get away. And like I'll explain later when we do the little bit of the demonstration, if you can avoid a situation just using your brain and just taking yourself out of the element, then that's real self-defense. Because you never want to actually get in an altercation because nothing good can happen, whether for myself or the person who's attacking me.
I actually really like that, using your words and
Yes.
your thoughts first. So you just mentioned you've written 3 self-defense books, you've put out self-defense DVDs, and the theme of your classes and kind of your whole theme is realistic self-defense.
Sure.
And I really like that because you think of martial arts, sometimes people think, well, how could I use this in an everyday situation? Talk to me just a little bit about your transition into making that a realistic concept.
So I think it goes back to the, I can look at something and I can see if it's practical. So what I wanted to do was create a system that, anybody could do. So obviously I'm not the tallest dude in the room, right?
I have heels on, so don't feel bad.
So do I. Not tonight, only on Fridays. So basically I wanted something that, anybody could do, right? Because self-defense is for everybody, and it can be fun and it can be easy, but you don't want to spend, 25 years learning your martial art. Some people come to me, they want to come to me for 1 month, or some people want to come for, 1 day seminar. And I'm going to make it that they can actually learn to defend themselves, and it's real stuff. So I spent the better part of 20 years, taking what works and disregarding what doesn't work. And so it's pretty cool because, like in the dojo we have all ages and all sizes, and the stuff that we do is effective for all. So, it's a dynamic system. So, when I add something, it's because I know it'll work, and it's something that people need. So that's kind of my lifelong passion, is just making it so everybody can do it, not just somebody who's like 6'5", 250 pounds, and can lift a car.
Tony.
So, yeah. Tony can lift a car.
Tony's can do all of those things.
That's good.
And I kind of like what you said there, is making it realistic, and you kind of look at the person, look at what's going to work for them, and going off of that model. I kind of want to talk to you about how, martial arts has been around forever, for centuries.
Sure.
This idea, this concept, this practice. Has it really changed, though? As you move forward throughout, how do you make things modern and current for your practice, for kids who are, connecting on a cell phone? How do you make things interesting for the people that are coming for you when really these practices, have they changed?
Yeah, so that's so everything evolves, right? So you can always create a new move, just like a musician can create new music, right? So it's not that we're teaching anything different, but it's the way that we deliver it. So when I teach, I use humor. I'll use different drills that are fun. Because obviously in today's day and age, like everybody's on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. So, sometimes it's hard to take that kid who does nothing but stay on the couch and watch TV and Netflix and put them into physical activity because they don't understand it, right? So when we were younger, we played outside.
Yeah.
And that's not really what happens now. So when they come to me, it's actually something new and something different. So we're very proactive, and my instructors as well, making it fun for the students and for the adults, because one of the big things is like everybody's stressed out, right? You got it, right? So we want to make it an environment where it's positive, it's happy, and when people come, like they smile, right? So I'm a physical therapist. I was doing that full time, and my passion was self-defense, was martial arts, and I went to school for 7 years, for 8 years to get my doctorate of PT, and I chose to go into martial arts because I wanted to elicit that change in my students who come to the dojo. Life is about relationships, and I'm extremely lucky because there's so many people I meet and become part of their family, right? They don't feed me, they should, but I've seen kids. I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know. But so I become part of their family, and I see their kids grow up, and that's how I realize that I'm getting older. Because that kid who was 6 is now 25. But it happens. So.
Oh well, you still look young. Well, and kind of touched on this, but how much can martial arts and even the self-defense tactics help us even when we're not in dangerous situations?
So martial arts is an activity. It's a lifestyle where you intrinsically learn how to better yourself. Right? So when you're going for a belt or when you're going with a technique, you experience failure, and then you have to modify, for success. So it's actually a prelude to life, which is why, when people think of martial arts, it's not just punching and kicking. It's actually taking that individual, whether it's a child, whether it's a teenager or an adult, and making them a better version of themselves. And it becomes an intrinsic thing. It becomes addicting, because you're always striving to be a better person. At least that's what happened with me, and I can see it in my students. Even the teenagers in my class, we have a lot of teenagers, you can just see it from the day one they come in, and then their like confidence soars, and they're just like a different person, which is cool for me to see.
I love that. That must be so rewarding for them and rewarding for you as well to see that transformation.
Yes, I think I have a cool perspective on life because I see it. I'm around all the time, kids 5 to adults. So I see the whole spectrum and how it can affect people.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so I'm going to move some stuff out of the way. I would like to introduce Joseph Hanley. He's a detective with the Providence Police Department. He's going to help with the demonstration. He's been involved, I think, Joseph, for martial arts, you've been involved for 20 years? Yes, wow, and he's going to get the beat down today. All right, so Mark, I'm going to let you kind of take things over, and you're going to give a demonstration on what you do, and I'm going to let you kind of have the floor here.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we usually do like free self-defense seminars every month. So we have a free Empower Mom seminar, which is the Sunday after Mother's Day, I believe the 21st. And that's 11:30 to 1 at our Cranston location. And what I'm going to do actually is because I've done this seminar all over New England at many colleges. And what I'm going to do is actually just give a sneak peek of what we actually teach at these events. And just like anything else we do, it's a positive, fun environment. It's laid back. There's a lot of laughs. So the first thing I want to just cover is just the 3 main concepts of self-defense. And the biggest thing about self-defense is, like we said, taking yourself out of the bad zone, right? That's that's profound. All right? So you want to take yourself out of that element and be safe. And what God gave us was our intuition. So that intuition is that inner voice that tells you if something is wrong. Now, that intuition is with you before an altercation, during an altercation, and after an altercation. But what we do as humans, we downplay it, right? So if I was a gazelle and Mr. Joe was like a fierce lion, right? I wouldn't just walk by him and be like, this seems like a great idea for me to do, right? But what humans do is we want to be nice, and we tell our intuition not to work for us. So if Mr. Joe's on the street, I'm like, he's pretty sketchy, man, right? Like something's wrong. Well, I want to be nice, and so instead of me going off to the right, I walk past him, and that's how I get myself in trouble. So humans are really the only ones that downplay that intuition and don't actually listen to it for many reasons. But one of the main reasons is being, I don't want to be rude to this person, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's the biggest thing.
I hate being rude.
Don't be rude. And say in that case, because he's creepy. So the second thing is just being aware of your surroundings, right? So you want to understand who's around you. If you get that feeling that they are kind of something's awry, you want to listen to that. You want to understand where the exits are, right? So if you're in a building or a restaurant, know how you can get out if something happens. And the third, a lot for women and guys, if you go out and you have a drink, you want to keep that drink in front of you, because obviously if someone drugs the drink, then it's going to be very hard to defend yourself. So just being aware of your surroundings. And the third thing, and this is extremely important, if you feel threatened that somebody might attack you, you can physically fight back. All right? You do not have to wait for Mr. Joe to punch you in the head 5 times and then be like, oh, I think I should use that move Sensei Mark told me, right? So you have the ability and you have the right to defend yourself quickly and then run away. So if you feel that someone's going to hurt you or someone's going to attack you, you can strike them first and then run to safety. All right? Now, I'm not saying if you strike him down and he falls, you need to stomp on his head 6 times, right? But you can definitely, keep yourself safe. So the 3 main concepts of self-defense are your intuition, listening it and acting upon it, being aware of your surroundings, and then physically fighting back.
That gut feeling is such a big one.
It's huge. It is, and we got to listen to it, right?
Yeah.
Because the intuition's only purpose is to benefit you,
yeah,
not anybody else,
yeah,
right?
okay.
So we definitely want to listen to that. So I'm going to show a couple of strikes, and I think, Molly, you're going to come and try these on. If you miss and hit him, it's okay.
No, then I
So
get
don't,
arrested.
yeah. So the first thing we want to do is just go over your self-defense stance. So if I'm right-handed, my left foot's going to be forward, my right foot's going to be back, and my hands come up just like this, right? You getting my good side?
Yes.
All right. So now, what we need to understand is if someone's going to attack you, especially if this is a man attacking a woman, he wants to attack somebody who he doesn't think will fight back. That's very important. So even as a man, I want to make sure that I'm showing them that I'm assertive in myself. All right, now it's a little bit different for a man versus man altercation, so I'm just going to talk about the man versus woman for you.
Okay.
So in this stance, I want to show him I'm assertive, right? I want to show him that I'm not going to be an easy target, and I want to show him that he made a mistake, right? Because I'm not an easy target. So the first thing I do, say Mr. Joe comes up to me, I go in my self-defense stance and I throw my hands up just like this. All right, perfect.
Okay.
Because now, you coming in?
No, not yet. I'm going to let you guys do your thing first, and then we'll come in.
Let me do it. All right, so if he comes up to me, I put my hands up just like this. Now, I'm going to tell him to stop, stay away from me, because I'm starting to verbally take control of the situation. Now, if I was an easy target, I wouldn't be doing this, all right? I'm also making eye contact for many reasons, but it's showing my confidence. All right, so when he comes up to me, if he's coming over here, I go, stop, stay away from me. Now, if you notice, did you notice anything about his eyes?
He looked down.
Okay, his eyes blinked.
Yeah.
Right? If his eyes blink, he can't see. If he can't see, he can't hurt me.
Yeah.
So this sets me up for my strikes. All right? So I would be here, I'd be like, stop, stay away from me. I'm just giving him a verbal directive, but I'm already ready to strike him. Now, the easiest strike we'll talk about is the open palm strike, right? So you just use your palm just like this, and you're going to drive through. Now, this open palm strike can go many places. It can go to the face, straight up. It can go to the chin, sideways. It can come under the chin. It can also go to the groin, all right? So he actually doesn't know I'm going to do anything, but I know that this open palm can take me to safety, all right? So now it doesn't matter how big you are. It only matters how much you can rotate your hips. And luckily for me, I'm a championship salsa dancer, so this is easy, right?
That's right.
You like that over there. So I have my hands up like this. I just rotate my body, and I go through my target. I don't recoil, all right? So if I'm here, I would be like, stop, stay away from me. I take this, and I come straight through, all right? So I'll do that slow, straight through here. Now, we've just met, but if you hit Mr. Joe in the face like that, like I just did, do you think you could run away after that?
Yeah.
Right? So it's 2 seconds. Stop. Boom. Now, the other thing which is pretty cool about this, when I hit him like this, his nose will probably break. When his nose breaks, his eyes close. When his eyes close, he can't see me. When he can't see me, he can't hurt me. All right? So now I'm free, and I notice when his head comes back, his groin comes towards me.
Oh,
so
good.
when this happens, all I have to do is lift my knee up, and I'm good to go. All right? So this is our open palm strike. I'm here, my hands are up, I come straight through. All right? You want to give that a try?
You keep going.
I'm going to keep going. All right. So The other strike I'm going to show you is the hammer fist strike. So very similar. It's coming straight down, just like this. Okay? I can come this way. I can come this way. If I happen to be walking, I can come back that way. So just basic strikes. Realistically, practical strikes. Now from here, stop, stay away from me. I just take the fleshy part, which is the scientific term. I am a PT.
Fleshy.
Okay? I drop it straight down just like that. So now imagine me coming straight down here. So this is coming back.
Oh yeah, that's brutal.
All right. Now, if I'm 5'2", right, I'm a little taller.
Yeah.
If I'm 5'2", you know, I can still get away, right? If I couldn't reach his face, I could hit the groin. I could also kick him first and then hit the face. So you have multiple options. So those are the two main strikes I just wanted to cover with you today: the open palm, then the hammer fist. All right.
Okay.
So the other thing, I want to show you one other thing, which is just the front kick. All right. Now from here, I'm in my self-defense stance like this, and my front kick only has one main purpose, and that is to kick my adversary in the groin. Now I'll give you a secret. As men, we do not like this. Okay. So from here, I move back just a little bit. All I do is take my foot up, and I kick right to the groin. So I'm coming in here, coming straight up. Now, I'll give you another tip. Let me show this again.
He's
Here.
not even like, yeah, I was
What's
like,
up?
he's not even going lightly here. This is
No, this is real. This is real stuff. So, so the front kick is just here. Now, I will give you a tip. If Mr. Joe removes this pad, put it right there. So, if he's going to attack me, right, he's going to be just like this, right? Nobody will attack you with their feet together like this, right? So if he's like, okay, he attacks me, right? I just push him over, right? So everybody who attacks you will have that open shot, right? So if I'm here, I'm like, please, Joe, don't hurt me. You're very menacing. And there you go. I felt it. All right. So, so you don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen.
I don't want that to happen.
Right? So it doesn't matter, you know, if they're 6 foot tall, if they're pushing over the car. These are just vital strikes that you can get away. All right. So just to recap, we had the open palm strike, the hammer fist strike, and then we had the kick to the groin, which is the front kick. Now, if you hit any kind of shoe, barefoot, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be effective. So one thing I do want to show you, if we're a little bit nasty, if he has, you know, I taught you 2 strikes. You know, we've been talking about for 12 and a half minutes. All right. So if I wanted to be really nasty and just put this together, all I do is go palm, palm, hammer. Right? So it's just the 2 strikes we talked about. So if I'm here, right? So now imagine, so if he's here, right? So anybody can do those strikes, and you can even do them from sitting. You can do them, you know, late at night. I can do that, and I'm getting old. I can do that if I get out of bed, right? And I'm stiff. I can throw my hand out like that, right? Hit the face, eyes water. You're good to go.
And then run.
If it's my house, I'll try not to run out of my house. But yeah, you could run, right? Throw him through the window.
Right.
All right. So those are like a couple basic strikes. So you want to try any?
I'm gonna try one,
All right.
and then we'll wrap up
So
here.
Brian, getting after it.
And now when you're there, I'm going to show you a quick self-defense technique too.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'll step off.
So
over
you
here.
come in.
Okay.
Alright,
So
I
now,
got my left foot forward.
now hands are open.
Hands are open.
Just show him.
And
So
say,
you.
No!
There
Leave
you
me
go.
alone!
Good. Now
Okay.
you take
Very
this
good.
hand and
Okay.
just high five it. Now high five it. Now high five it again. Now hammer fist it.
And then outside of this hand.
Yep. Good.
There you go.
I
Very
feel
good.
like I missed.
Are you
That's
ready?
okay.
Try it ready. Good.
There you go. Okay. So
Good
try
job.
palm hammer.
So,
Palm, palm. There you go.
Good
Very
job.
good. Very
Nice
good.
job.
Now stay there because I'm going
Okay.
to give you just a self-defense technique.
okay.
So let's say that Mr. Joe takes off his pad hands.
He's gonna come at me.
Okay.
He's like, no, it's my turn.
So now let's say, so you're here,
Okay.
right? So
No.
so let's say he grabs your hands.
Okay.
All right. So
Oh,
you got it.
Yeah.
Right? So see how practical this is? So here's what we're going to do. Just slowly fake that front kick to his groin. Boom. So now, I guarantee you, those hands let go. If they don't, you know what you do? You kick them again.
Kick him again.
So
Okay.
bang, bang. Now, see he's there? Throw a couple, anything you want.
This.
Yeah?
This.
Okay.
And then this again.
Okay, now, I'm going to give you the last part.
Then would he grab my foot though? That's what I would be scared of.
Nope, because you've already kicked him in the groin, right? If he does grab your foot, you hit him in the face.
And then hit him in the face.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick tip. You're going to put your hands around his neck and grab like this, like you're clapping. He will help you.
Around the neck.
And just
Around.
clap.
Around the neck. Nope, not grabbing, but grabbing your own hand. clapping.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So then he'll block it. You're just going to bring your knee, one knee, and then put the other foot back. Good. Now use your other leg.
Switch your legs.
Like
Like you're
jump,
dancing.
like jump
like
switch?
you're doing the running man.
Yep.
Good. And now throw the other knee.
No.
And then
Boom. And then all you would do is throw him right to the ground.
and then throw him to the ground. Okay.
Boom. And there you go. And that's your self-defense technique. So let's do it one more time so we
Okay.
can see it. So your hands are up. He's a bad guy. He grabs your hands. Kick him in the groin.
Kick him in the
Boom.
groin.
Now palm him. Okay, knee
Do
him.
this.
1, 2, 3. Throw him down.
Very good. And throw me down.
And
Throw
then
him
throw
down.
me down. Okay.
There you go. Very good.
Yeah,
very good.
no!
Yeah, and you definitely yell no at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? And then you call Detective Hanley.
That's right.
And then
Right?
tell you-
We'll clean them up.
That was great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You did great. Oh, thank you very much. You're a good sport.
What?
Thank you.
Thank you for helping
How come
people.
you get all the hugs?
Oh, thank you. Oh, Mark. Okay, so come on in. You guys, thank you so much. So you have a self-defense class free for everyone. but
Ages
it's
9 and up. Yep.
9 and up, specifically gearing for Mother's Day. So it's
Yep.
the
So we
21st,
want
right?
to. Yeah. Obviously, mothers are one of the most important people in our life. Love your mom. So we want to make sure that we give back to them and they can come have a good time. Everyone's really friendly. So
Yeah.
and none of the participants get hit, right? So
No one's getting
yeah,
hit.
no, it's fun.
Awesome. So that's the 21st at what time?
11:30 to 1.